The average person works a 9 to 5. That's 8 hours. It takes probably about an hour to go to work and an hour to come back. That's 10 hours. And most people sleep on an average of 6 hours. That's 16 hours. That's 2/3 of your life going to work for someone else. And then the 1/3 that's left, with that 1/3 of the rest of the day that you have left, that's where you're supposed to read, meditate, pray, study, socialize, connect with your children. Hopefully you got at least one, not 2 or 3, right? Because then you got to divide the time. You have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, your spouse. All right. So now cooking, cleaning, reading, writing, studying, time with your significant other, time with your children if you have any, vacation. Guess what's going to happen with that 1/3? That's too much to consolidate into 1/3 of the rest of the day, the 8 hours that's left. Because remember, the 9 to 5 is 8 hours. Going to work about an hour, coming back from work is about an hour. That's 10 hours. And they say that we should sleep about 8 hours, but most people sleep on an average in or around 6 hours. So that is 16 hours out of 24. That is 2/3 of your life dedicated to working for somebody else. I would like to ask you, how on earth are you going to read, meditate, pray, study, vacate, cook, clean? We like to think you're cooking and cleaning, right? Spend time with your children, spend time with your significant other. You know what's going to happen? You can't consolidate all of that into 1/3 of your life left. So what you're going to do, you got to make sacrifices. So you got to sacrifice reading, praying, meditating. Maybe you pray once a week, go to church. But you're going to have to make sacrifices when it comes to the things that empower you and personally develop you. That's the issue with working for other people. There's nothing wrong with working. And there's nothing wrong with working for people towards a cause that you love. But certainly we wasn't put on planet Earth to be someone's security guard, to be someone's cashier. Certainly we wasn't put on planet Earth to just be a medical attendant or work to take care of other people, which is okay if that's your life's ambition and goal. But many of us have become complacent with building someone else's dream. Let me tell you how this thing works. And I want you to really think about this because it's totally significant. We got to get out of the 2/3. What was the reason why you woke up in the morning? To go to work and build someone else's dream. Why did you wash your ass? Because you wouldn't be presentable when you go to work to build someone else's dream. Why did you eat breakfast? So you can have enough energy to build someone else's dream. Why did you eat lunch? Because you was fatigued after building someone else's dream. Why did you eat dinner? Because you was fatigued again. After the little intermission you call lunch for building someone else's dream, you are now fatigued because the day is now coming to an end. And why did you go to sleep? Well, you had to get enough rest to build someone else's dream, to send someone else's children to school. So when you really think about it, even more than 2/3 of your life has been consecrated towards the development and upliftment of someone else's dream. I say these things to empower my good brothers and sisters and let you know you should join those courses that I have. I created them for the purposes of ensuring that you and the generations to come would not be in the 2/3. You should not have to consolidate all the things that personally develop you as a person into 1/3 of the day. Because now you're making sacrifice when it comes to reading. Now you're making sacrifice when it comes to studying. Now you're making a sacrifice when it comes to praying, when it comes to meditating, when it comes to vacationing. And how could someone tell you you have only 5 sick days? Tell that to somebody's body who's worn and torn down from working for other people for years. How someone's going to tell you your body only has 5 sick days? How about, hey, I'm about to do over 40 hours, I need to make this money. You don't have to come back to work because we don't want to pay you time and a half. You're at 39 and a half hours. Hey, get out of here. You're supposed to tell us we don't want to pay you more. I want you brothers and sisters to realize there's nothing wrong with working. We all have to take steps. But the problem is many of us stop stepping. So as I always say, I'm too smart to be broke, and it costs way too much to be poor. And you never get paid what you're worth. You only get paid what you negotiate. Get into that cryptocurrency course. get into that Golden Crisis stock course, get into that UCC and real estate course. It is now 2021. And guess what? Just like I said, because 2020 becomes 2021 doesn't mean that things magically change. It only changes when you decide to change, when you evolve in your perspective. We have a personal responsibility, people. We have a personal responsibility. Responsibility. Your life is your responsibility. Life is responsibility. Responsibility, your ability to respond. We have a personal responsibility to be successful. For what is your purpose? Is your purpose on earth to just be a garbage man, or to be security or cashier, or to sit there and open up a gate so cars can go in and out? Like, there's nothing wrong with having a job. There's something wrong with being complacent. You've been blessed with the opportunity to exist. Make the most of your existence. Enjoy yourself on planet Earth. And don't let them tell you that you don't deserve nice things. Just don't buy them prematurely if you can't afford them. Act your wage. Well, I'll see you all in class this weekend. It's the best time. Whenever there's struggle, there's gold. This is the best time ever, probably in your lifetime, to become self-employed. It's probably the best time ever. So peace. It's Brother Polight. Talk to me nice. You already know. I'm too smart to be broke. I love you all. Iluvu.